of what we're seeing today. Let's look forward. Tablets will outsell PCs this year. By 2015, 10% of the digital universe will be housed in the cloud. By 2020, the Internet of Things will grow to more than 30 billion connected machines, buildings, and electronics. In short, we now have the ecosystem for spreading innovation on a worldwide scale at speeds we could only imagine just 2 short years ago. So now the challenge for our industry shifts to what do we do with it? You can see a million answers to that question just by walking around the convention center at CES. As exciting as that is, the potential is even greater. Our industry has only just begun to figure out how to use technology to solve the world's biggest challenges. This afternoon, we will tell you about what we plan to do to jumpstart that innovation process. But first, I'd like to show you what we are doing today on our own and with some great partners to find powerful answers to the questions that matter most to our customers and our society. So I'd like to start with video. The multi-screen revolution is now a worldwide phenomenon. Already, global online consumers watch as much video on their computers as they do their televisions. More than half watch video on mobile devices. Any number of ways to control what, when, and where, and how they watch video. They can stream programming from their video provider to a tablet or to a game player. They can use a mobile app like our View from providers like Hulu or YouTube. Or they can use an over-the-top video service like our Redbox Instant service. The next set of tools will take the ability to customize content to a whole new level. We're leading our video and expanding our video digital media service, which can put video from any provider in the cloud, do all the any device on any network. We've developed a channel store for Fios TV that will let you search for any content you want from anywhere in the world and add it to your channel lineup. Sort of a jukebox for TV. We're also developing a service to broadcast live video over LTE. We have to dedicate a separate channel to each individual user, which uses up capacity pretty fast, as you can imagine. Being able to stream to everybody over the same channel at the same time. This will give content owners new ways to reach their audiences, whether it be for sports, for concerts, or even college classes. Our goal is to break down the barriers between home and mobile once and for all, and come up with new video services that can move seamlessly across any platform and any device. Some of these innovations will transform society. A few will even change the world. Let's take a look at one of them right now.
GoldenEye is a 3 to 6 ounce self-contained mobile wireless computing and communication device. It allows you spontaneous access to any information that you want, whenever you want it. The application of GoldenEye to firefighters and public safety was really seen by Verizon.
We realized right away that the GoldenEye solution was a great platform that could benefit by Verizon's connectivity through our 4G LTE network. Through the GoldenEye display, a firefighter can not only view schematics, but he could see biometrics of his fellow firefighters, as well as stream or receive video back from a command center.
Infrared technology allows firefighters to see in environments like dense smoke. It allows them to look past or through a table or a wall to notice that there's somebody or something over there they should pay attention to.
The collaboration between the GoldenEye product and the Verizon brand really has been birthed out of innovation. Now we're able to save lives.
see, there are really no boundaries on what these networks can do. To explore how new technologies are changing the video landscape, I've asked one of our great partners to join me on stage this afternoon. Business Week once called him the most powerful man in sports. 60 Minutes called his organization the most successful entertainment enterprise on earth. His network accounted for 8 of the 10 most watched television shows of 2012. He has been a visionary in using technology to reach more people in more ways at all times. I am thrilled to have him with us today. Please help me welcome the Commissioner of the National Football League, Roger Goodell.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Roger, I know you're in the middle of the playoffs. You've had an exciting week ahead of you. You've had a great weekend right behind you here. But you know, as you look across the NFL over the last decades, it seems, the fans just keep getting more and more excited about the product that you bring out there. So, yeah, how are you doing that? How are you making these avid fans?
Well, that's the good news for us. It always starts with the game, what you would call the product, or you all would call the product. We want to make sure that our game stays exciting, safe for the players to play, and we continually reinvent ourselves every year. We try to find ways to make that game more exciting. It reflects, I think, in the demand for our content. We have great partners that do a great job of producing the NFL. We reach 200 million fans, unique fans this season. So the game has continued to grow in popularity, and we don't take that for granted. We continually innovate, we continually find ways to improve the NFL.
Well, your season is no longer, the fall and into the spring. You really use technology to expand that, both in time but geographically. I mean, how did that debate go, and how did you guys land on things like fantasy football and so forth?
Well, it's all about trying to engage the fans. We can only play so many games in a year, but what we have found that every time we give the fan an opportunity to engage with football, they want more. And so what we've tried to do is find a full year calendar. Once the season's over, how do you begin remaking your team? How do you find the right coaching staff? How do you find the right players at the combine? How do you draft them? And then how do you train them and get them prepared for the season? It's all a part of a calendar that our fans just want more of that. And so we're trying to find ways to engage our fans and bring them closer to the game.
You've really been a role model in using technology. I've heard you use the term, that's technology creates the golden age of football here.
I agree. Well, there's never been a better time to be a fan. You now have a network, the NFL network, that's exclusively focused on football 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours. It doesn't happen. We have NFL.com, we have NFL Mobile by Verizon. All of these are giving our fans a chance just to engage with football.
I think you brought a video that we can take a look at that would demonstrate that.
Yeah, I think it'll give folks here a chance to understand our relationship.
See, I've been
video, NFL video is always good, isn't it? But I think what that video does is it not only talks about how we're using technology to reach our fans and to engage our fans, but also how it's starting to change our game. And we want to incorporate more technology to make our game more exciting. And we are also using it to address really what is our #1 issue right now, which is player health and safety. And helping us monitor our players while they're on the field, including while they're off the field. How we can use it to identify when an injury occurs and to be able to get the best treatment for our players. So the technology that you're developing, that our other partners are developing, really is going to help us change the game for the better.
Now we've talked a lot about customizing content, and I know you've got a couple of views about that, but why don't we start with in the stadium? Kind of where do you want to take the fan experience? Because there's a big desire, and frankly the technology has helped people stay at home and get that experience, and I know you want to move them to the stadium. So what are you thinking about there?
Well, you're right. That is another big challenge for us, is keep our stadiums full. We're fortunate right now with 98% capacity, but it continually gets harder because our partners do such a great job of presenting it on television. We've gone from black and white to color to standard def to high def and now to future ultra high def. And that experience at home is going to continue to get better. We're not opposed to that. We embrace that.